What is going on today? We're going to be doing a VOD review for a buddy of mine. See the name down below. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Ew. Never mind, it's gone, I think. Alright, so we are on the map Frozen Guard. We're reviewing the champion Zhin. Your role for this game, you're going to be kill secure slash flank. For ultimates, if you're running guillotine, honestly, any picks are fine. Tanks are preferred. Getting the most HP off the board is very optimal. But if you're not running Geo, you can use it for kills if you can finish people off, as well as kind of holding targets up in the air to set up kills for your team. Another way you can use it is mobility. For buys, Caught is going to be your number one buy. Caught. They do have a good amount of self-sustain on their team. Haven, because you want to make sure that you're able to duel things out throughout the game. Resilience, I don't know how much you're going to need the resil. I feel like Zin's pretty good at avoiding stuff, but I feel like it could be nice if you have all your cooldowns and you know you're safe to just eat the Inara ult so that you don't have to waste cooldowns. You get a quick heal. And a filler card, whatever you feel like you need for the rest of the game, right? For your matchup, I can't really say who you're going to be brawling out the most, but Cassie Leon, they are very good at poking. So you're going to have to close the gap. Don't allow poke fights, right? You got to get up in their face. You got to make them aim. Alrighty, so with that being said, in this game, I really don't want to see you just hard diving by yourself. I want you to play off of your ROMs engagement, right? I want you to throw little shots here and there, and I want ROM to go in, and I want you to see basically. I don't want him to go too deep without you, but I want you to try and wait to see if people will turn for him and then go in, right? Because now that creates a pinch there, and they're forced to either choose between shooting at you or the ROM, right? So I want you to play off your ROM this whole game. We are going to speed this up a little bit. We'll check your loadout on the way out of spawn. The loadouts are pretty preference, but so you are running Geo. Okay, alley up and smoke, yes. I ran his card a little bit higher, but you might not need to, I'm not sure. So you are going left. I honestly would have had y'all contest right side because they do have a really pokey comp. By contesting left and giving them right, you're going to make it really hard for you to close the gap onto them, right? Because they have a really good poke. Like you are turning your focus onto the Inara. Now, so right here, yeah. So you gave the enemy team the right side for free, and they kind of just lit your team up because that's the side that they want to play from, as well as Rob really didn't commit to that dash, so you weren't able to commit onto their backline. We got to die here. The pick. You should be looking for the first touch. You can jump whirl here. Jump whirl, jump whirl, jump whirl. Maybe Bear gets the first touch. If not, yeah. You had to get the touch there. You gotta understand that even if you're not going to touch, right, you gotta set up for touch as a flank like Zin or Eevee. So you can't just wait back there. I want you to spin up mid, right, and to close the gap, right? And then get close enough, and then if you need to get touch, you have touch with Billow, you know? You have to set up for the touch there. Once again, giving them right side is not going to be good, especially on pushes here. You do not want to give them the freedom to poke your team. No one's going to help you push out right side. I want you to push aggressively into their backline and ignore the tank. There you go. Be very aggressive into their backline. We force out the invis is good. Now you just wait. You want to try to create a pinch here. You are kind of low. Be careful. You're peeking with. There we go. You got healed. This is good. Ram is dashed for way too long. Alrighty. Alright, you're back. Alrighty, so you guys are down one. You almost have your ult, so honestly I feel like you playing up here is okay because you can equalize this fight very easily, right? Fully on one if you get that pick. Oh! I would stay aggressive here, stay aggressive. Don't back up. You can easily get a pick, if your shot's with you, especially, and then pop an ult on somebody else, and the fight is literally equalized. I don't think you back up here. Right now you're just giving a little too much space. Now you're forced out, and now you're Rom with him. Rom went in. Now he's okay. He can't. He got out. I push right side here. Get an off angle. Huge tail. That was a really good Rom ult. Big space. Alrighty. So now I'm at this point I wouldn't use your ult, right? Rom popped his ult and it got y'all value. So at this point I'm just like saving it for next mid. Good job. Just gotta live here. And at this point, you guys should just fight it out, right? There should be nothing. There you go. Yeah, that's basically how it should have went. Bernard dies here. Yep. Speed. We don't need to look at all this. Oh my goodness. I guess the fight's not won. Yeah, I didn't win that low key. Just wait it up till you get back. Wow. Alrighty, so you're going to pop. Your team is going to have to pop an ult if they want to defend this, or you're going to have to get a lot of picks, right? You're going to force out this Ceres here, which is going to prevent her from healing if she goes invis. You didn't have to spin there, but you should force her out. Oh, there's no way, dude. Wow, you actually do lose it. I don't know how. That's crazy. Must have been a lot of overextension, low key. After the Inara, all your team had to do was play for the Inara pick and then just chill and don't die. And you would have won the fight slowly because Ashe would have had to contest.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
So I would like to see y'all contest right side.
5, 4,
And if you can help it, I want you to ult the Ashe because she has ult, right? I don't want you to let her get that off. You're gonna dash in, she's gonna ult. You ready for it? You gotta see that coming, man. You gotta let her jump, you gotta aim it, and you gotta hit her before she hits the ground. That is so, like, I telepath that. The second she dashes in, man, like, you gotta know what she's looking for. No Ashe is just gonna dive in, and then, unless she puts her shield up, she's like, you know, like, the smart play for Ashe is dash in, throw shield, take damage, jump, right? But, like, you know when she's dashing in, she's looking for that ult, right? So if she doesn't insta-jump, you hit her with the ult. But if she jumps, you wait, and then you hit it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta see that coming. That ult cannot get off. That's gonna create so much space for them. Dive Cassie. Huge. Oh! Just live. Literally just lives. Good job. Ashe is in the back. Do it for the Ashe. Oh, she's dead. Right. You guys are fine. As long as your tanks don't die here. By the way, Geo is percentage damage, right? So like, yeah, heal can save them, but if they're not 100% health, you should kill them through that heal, especially if you apply caught with a strike and then jump on them.
I won't say thank you, at least out loud.
You would have forced out this Ceres pretty easily. So right here, you need to start thinking about like what's going on in the fight, right? Dash into their back line, not onto the Ceres, dash into their main, right, and dismount this Anar. If you can prevent the Anar from getting back to point for another 10 seconds, that's huge. This should be your priority here, because if you allow her to come back, now they have a chance again. You know, you could have prevented her. You could have even like emoted on the corner, right? Figured out where she was at and then ulted her. I mean, you gotta pop your ult. You gotta hit something. I feel like you're a little too scared on the fact that they'll heal it, but like I feel like you hit 2 swings, you should be popping your ult, or you should be like looking for really aggressive plays when people die, like get an aggressive dismount and then hit an ult, and that's a free pick. Alright, and remember they have really good poke, gotta close the distance, right? So I'm gonna give you a quick little drawing so that we can explain how this should play out, right? Boom, your whole team's ready, right? Your ROM can create space for you. So what does that mean? So basically, if you got a DPS here and you got a DPS here, how can you get to them without taking a lot of damage? Obviously, running up main is not the best idea. Coming this way probably isn't the best idea because he has cover here, like, and then you still got his open area, right? So what you should probably be doing is you should probably finding your way this way, right? Now you have a whole area in which they can't see you, right? So now you're safe. And yeah, if they play over there, the Shaolin can, Shaolin can play from here and deal with that. And then from here, you can gain a lot of space. And I'll draw it out a little better. But if you're able to secure this area here, right, as the Zhin, you can get in very deep from multiple angles. You know what I'm saying? And then you could even dash across if you really have to. But like, here's a good spot for you to stage from. Because right now, yeah, a lot of people looking at you. And a big problem here is your team's not pushing out with you, right? You got to communicate, whether this is ranked or scrims, I don't know. But like, if you can try to communicate them to walk out before you, especially the ROM, that's huge, right? Because you're forced to use Whirl and Billow here, and now you're weak. You should ult this Ashe here, like, no hesitation. Ult the Ashe. Oh, kill the Ashe. Kill the Ashe. Just 2 minutes left. Thank you. That should have been instant. You shouldn't have even thought about that. But you can be aggressive now. All in your ramen. This is good. He needs to play a little more, like, not afraid. Oh, that's a huge hit on Leon. Counter, good job. So, you're doing a really good job at avoiding ult, which is one thing I like, at least. The spin. You can play aggressive into their offlane, don't be afraid. I wouldn't go too deep now, because they're already past you. You're gonna hit it's a lot of damage. She's gonna probably push you here. Oh, you just whirled into the open. You should die here. There's no way. Yeah, I'm about to say, there's no way you get out of that. Honestly, like if they're still there, I feel like you could play into that. But like once they start getting here, like maybe you chill here. The Ashe DC'd. If you would have played a little more passive, kept your head on a swivel, you would have noticed that, and you'd have been able to get free ult charge off of that. Hey, look at that. What the? That's hilarious.
Enemy double kill.
You pushing out here 50 seconds. Honestly, I'm okay with this aggression here. Gotta hit those swings. Oh. Taking way too much poke. You kind of walked from here to here without even checking if anything was there. So that's kind of like your fault on dying there. Man, slow. Now your team should be popping ults here. Furia ult, Furia ult, Furia ult. No. Should use it to get the high ground.
30 seconds remaining.
Yep. That should be a GG. You don't have a support.
15 seconds remaining.
This round can create a lot of havoc. If Leon dies here, you don't lose.
10, 9, 8,
Farm the Anar, farm the Anar. Ulta tank.
5,
No, you think you're okay actually.
2,
You don't have to ult anything here. They don't have DPS.
overtime.
So if they have DPS, you probably ulta tank. If they don't, you save it like you did there. That's good. Speed it up, speed it up. Okay, you should have caught 3 in this next round. Bam, buy it. Let's go. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
Alrighty. Let's see. Do you change your rollout or do you go left again?
5, 4,
So you do go left again. You don't change it up.
2, 1.
Furia does ult this time, so you guys should have the immediate advantage. Dead. Probably didn't have to below there. I was playing aggressive. So right here, right? You got to start thinking. We got to pick. They're playing super scared. Ashe comes back in 3. You can run down their main and you can ult that Ashe. And what does that do? It makes the 5v4 continue, right? If Ashe dies again, that's 12 more seconds where they don't have 5, you know? You need to be thinking about this. Either you got to pick on somebody or you can go for the guaranteed free pick onto the Ashe. Way too much damage here. Oh, big ol' bam.
Enemy double.
Leon does die though. Yeah, what are you doing? If you're gonna spin on this, either you commit with Billow or you get out with Billow. You don't just sit there. Woo! Man, that sneeze hiding forever. You guys do get the cap though, which is good.
Last one standing wins.
Good job. You're better at that jump than I am.
Killing spree.
Fuck.
Enemy killing.
Alrighty, you're getting picks. You're getting picks. Be aggressive. Snowball. Go to that ash. Go to that ash. Go to that ash. Good job. Alright, so now you have your ult. It's a minute 30, so if you do pop your ult here, you'll be able to get it back. Dang, man. This sneeze is getting in my allergies are really bad. I'm sorry.
I won't say thank you.
Enemy
Burn the ash. Burn the ash. Burn the ash. Man, it should be super free. These staggers should be like basically make you win. I don't know how I feel about that ult. I don't think you needed to ult that. So I'm glad that you're using your ult, but I think you needed to ult that, right? A good way to kind of secure a Zhin ult is by getting a tank low, right? Like the Inara, and then diving the Cassie. Because what that does is that forces the Saris to choose if they're separate. And if she chooses the Cassie, the Inara dies. And if she chooses the Inara, the Cassie dies, right? Which, let's say, that's what occurred here, right? So we're just going to say that that's what happened. So look, because it kind of looks like it did. Focus the Saris. Focus the Saris. Focus the Saris. And she get burned here. Both your DPS are taking the same angle, so not able to get anything done. So you have 30 seconds. I'm just chilling. You gotta build your ult here. That should be your main priority right now. Yeah, huge pick. Build your ult. Build your ult. Peek, 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 peek. No fear.
15 seconds remain.
How does Shaw die, dude? What the heck?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Eric should have touch.
3, 2.
Dash on that, dash on that, dash on that. Dash on it. Alright, you got it anyways. You gotta be swinging that stuff. You're not really doing anything right now. You're waiting to get healing, but your healer's behind you, and maybe if you peel for your healer, or if you do damage to literally anything, it will relieve enough pressure so that your healer can, I don't know, get a heal off on you. You kind of just sat there, like, you're sitting there, and I get it, you want to heal out of combat, but sometimes you gotta do damage, and you gotta die and trade out for your team to get value, right? You can't always be full health. You can't always be in the perfect position to do things, right? Sometimes you just gotta do. You gotta do to do, man. Oh, he's not gonna get that pick. I can make Cassie.
Enemy killing spree.
Honestly, it doesn't help that team kind of staggered a lot, but you definitely could have did. Okay, so I definitely would have bought Haven over Master Riding too. If you're looking at the enemy team, do they have any MR? They do. It's only in the Inara though, but nobody else has MR. So why are you buying MR? You know, your tank has almost enough MR to match the Inara. You don't need that, right? You don't need that. You could have bought Haven. Look, they have Haven 3, Haven 2. Like, you need Haven.
Capture point spawning in
Right now, though, that Leon and Cassie are going to be so much harder to kill than you're going to be harder to kill, if that makes sense, right?
5,
You don't have ult. Start swinging early.
3, 2.
Gotta build your ult. Gotta build your ult. Ash is looking for an ult. Alrighty, so I'll just chill here. I would be looking to get a little bit deeper though. Yeah, I probably would have did this a little earlier. Ult the Ash, ult the Ash. No, just go. No. How are we gonna get touch here, man? Not, because we're not doing anything. Like, you gotta do something. You can't just wait, right? If you get deep into their backline with your abilities, right? Or if you ult somebody, you're going to create space. You know, you gotta try to do those things. You can't just stare and just wait and wait and wait. You're playing too safe. You know, if you want to make plays, if you want to be that big player, man, you gotta attempt those plays. They're not just gonna come to you, right? There were so many opportunities where you could have just ulted, right? Swing twice, ult. You know, you should be able to read when an Ashe is gonna dash. If Ashe is dash again, she's looking for an ult for the most part, especially right away. No, there's no reason why an Ashe is dashing into 3 people without an attempt to ult. You know what I'm saying? You guys played the small side instead of the open side, and gave the ranged DPS what they wanted, making your game already a little bit harder when you could have contested them and forced them to take more passive angles. You have a literal ROM with no counters. There's no reason why he shouldn't be able to just run into their backline and just like take all their attention. And if he doesn't, then he kills something. You know what I'm saying? And and then with that, you can follow up on that super easily. But the biggest thing that I noticed this game from you is that you're playing way too safe. You're waiting till you're fully healed out of combat when you need to be fighting. Like, I get it. There's times where you should full heal. But when it's OT and you gotta fight, like, you have to fight. Your support's fighting for her life behind you, and you're not doing anything. You're staring at a wall. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you gotta be a little more engaged. I want to see a little more engagement from you. As well as just, like, understanding when to take there were so many opportunities where you could have just went into their backline and just been a nuisance, right? And that's a term that I like to use called disrupting, right? I would say that Ram was your primary disruptor of that game, but he wasn't really doing a good job, so like you become the disruptor. So like, I'm gonna give you a quick little example of like what I kind of meant, like with the whole like dismounting thing, right? So because this is huge, like this is actually very huge, and it can win you games, right? So so Gio, whatever. So let's say, right, that this is the person respawning, right? And you see that they have 3 seconds left or 5 seconds left, whatever, on their respawn, right? And the whole enemy team is here, all right? And they're not doing anything. They're playing really passive. Like, you could easily do this. Hold on, let me make sure I have my ult, you know? You could easily rotate to their spawn, hide a little bit, and then they're on mount. Boom, boom, bam, dead. And now they're waiting for this person to come back, but this person just got put on another 12-second respawn. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, they're like, oh, whoa, like, we just sat there, did nothing, waiting for our Ashe or our Nara, and she's not even coming back. You know? And then what you can do is you can ask, if it is scrims, you can ask your teams, like, hey, do y'all need me? And then if they give you, like, a no, they don't, you can sit here and then dismount the Ashe again and then run away. So not only did you put her on an extended respawn, but now she has to walk back. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's a lot of, like, little things you can do that can literally, like, change the game, and you just hard carry. One thing I want to see as well is, like, I want you to be able to commit a little bit more, right? You got to understand, like, when you can't kill things, because a lot of the times, like, literally, you could just be like, boom, like, swing, I'll swing again, bam, dash in, and then hit a heavy swing, and then you're basically going to kill the person. You know, like, I want, as a Zhin, like, he's really safe, but he's also, like, really good at engaging. Alright, so that's going to be all for the video. Hopefully you learned a good amount. Just keep in mind that you got to be popping your ults. You got to understand the win condition of the fights, man. And you got to, like, not be afraid to try to make a play, right? At the end of the day, you're only going to get better if you go for those plays. If you take the risk, right? You got to learn how far you can go, how much you can do. You can't just rely on playing passive. Alrighty, if you liked the video, leave a like. Subscribe if you want to keep up with me and my content. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and thanks for stopping by.